Hey everyone, welcome back to Time Pilgrimage. Today we're diving into something you probably haven't connected with your smartphone or that latest app you can't live without: chaos theory. It's not just a concept physicists throw around. It's actually intertwined with the technology we use every single day. Ever heard of the butterfly effect? The idea that a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil could eventually cause a tornado in Texas? That's chaos theory in a nutshell. It's about how small, seemingly insignificant events can have massive, unpredictable consequences over time. And believe it or not, this plays a huge role in how technology evolves. Think about it. Every time you use your phone, search something online, or even just send a text, you're creating a tiny ripple in the digital world. These ripples interact with countless others, creating a complex web of cause and effect that's impossible to fully predict. And it's not just about our individual actions. Every line of code written, every bug discovered, every random idea a tech genius has in the shower, they all contribute to this chaotic yet fascinating dance of technological evolution. But here's the thing. Amidst all this seeming randomness, there are patterns and principles at play, the principles of chaos theory. And once you understand these principles, you can start to see how they've shaped the tech landscape we know today. Now, you might think that technology evolves in a straight line, that one innovation neatly leads to the next. And sure, sometimes it seems that way, but if you look closer, you'll see that's not the whole story. The reality is far more messy, far more unpredictable, and way more interesting. Just like that butterfly flapping its wings, seemingly insignificant events can have a domino effect, leading to unexpected breakthroughs in entirely new technological avenues. Remember when everyone thought flip phones were the peak of mobile technology? Then boom! The iPhone comes along and changes everything. That wasn't just a linear progression. It was a chaotic leap forward, fueled by a convergence of technological advancements, market forces, and a healthy dose of good old-fashioned chance. And that's the beauty of chaos theory in tech. It reminds us that we can't always predict the next big thing. Sometimes the most groundbreaking innovations come from the most unexpected places, driven by events that seemed random at the time. The World Wide Web, for example, wasn't initially intended to be the global phenomenon it is today. It started as a way for scientists to share information. But then, chaos theory kicked in. Unexpected connections were made, new possibilities emerged, and the rest, as they say, is history. So the next time you see a weird new gadget or hear about some crazy tech breakthrough, don't just dismiss it as random. Take a moment to consider the chaotic forces at play, the unexpected connections and unforeseen consequences that might have led to its creation. Because in the world of tech, chaos isn't just a theory, it's the driving force behind the future. We've established that chaos theory is more than just a cool name. It's woven into the very fabric of technology's evolution. But what does that really mean? Well, it means we need to change how we think about progress, about how technology moves forward. It's not always a straight line, not always predictable. Sometimes it's messy, chaotic, and downright weird. And that's okay. In fact, that's where the magic happens. Think of it like this. Instead of seeing chaos theory as chaos in the traditional sense, think of it as a different kind of order, an order that's complex, dynamic, and constantly evolving. It's not about randomness, but about interconnectedness, about how even the smallest actions can have ripple effects that reverberate throughout the system. Let's get a little deeper into the practical details of chaos theory. Don't worry, we'll keep it light. One of the key principles is something called sensitive dependence on initial conditions. Sounds complicated, right? Basically, it means that even the tiniest change at the beginning of something can lead to huge differences down the line. Remember that butterfly in Brazil? That's what we're talking about. A small flap of its wings, a seemingly insignificant event, can set off a chain reaction that ultimately results in a tornado thousands of miles away. Another important concept is the idea of strange attractors. These are patterns that emerge from seemingly chaotic systems. Think of it like a whirlpool in a flowing river. The water seems to be moving randomly, but it's actually being drawn towards this central point, this strange attractor. Okay, so how does this all relate to technology? Well, just like that flowing river, the tech world is in constant motion, with countless factors interacting and influencing each other. And just like that butterfly's wings, seemingly small events can have a massive impact on the direction technology takes. Think about the invention of the transistor, for example. It was a relatively small breakthrough at the time, but it paved the way for the microchip, which revolutionized computing and led to the devices we use today. Or consider the rise of social media. It started as a way for people to connect online, but it quickly evolved into a powerful force that's changed the way we communicate, consume information, and even do business. These weren't linear progressions, they were chaotic leaps forward, driven by a complex interplay of factors, both big and small. The truth is, the history of technology is full of these butterfly moments, these seemingly insignificant events that have had a profound impact on the trajectory of innovation. And the more we understand the principles of chaos theory, the better equipped we'll be to navigate the unpredictable waters of technological advancement. Because here's the exciting part. Chaos theory doesn't just tell us that the future is unpredictable, it tells us that it's full of potential, full of possibilities. It reminds us that even the smallest actions can make a difference, that innovation can come from the most unexpected places, and that the future of technology is not predetermined, it's ours to shape. Now, you might be thinking, hold on, don't we have some control over where technology goes? Don't we plan for these advancements? And sure, we do try to map out roadmaps and predict the next big thing, but just like trying to predict the weather months in advance, things don't always go according to plan. The tech world is just too dynamic, too interconnected, too full of surprises. Chaos theory reminds us that even our best-laid plans are subject to the butterfly effect. Remember when everyone thought 3D television was going to be the next big thing? Companies poured millions into developing it, but it just never caught on. Why? Well, a lot of factors were at play, but you can bet that chaos theory had a hand in it. Maybe a cheaper, more compelling alternative popped up unexpectedly. Maybe consumer preferences shifted in a way no one could have predicted. The point is, technology doesn't always follow a straight line, and our attempts to control its trajectory are often futile. Think about some of the biggest tech disruptors of the past few decades: the internet, personal computers, smartphones. Did anyone accurately predict their rise? Not really. They emerged from a whirlwind of innovation, often driven by seemingly unrelated advancements or even happy accidents. Take the internet, for example. It started as a way for researchers to share information, but thanks to a series of unforeseen events, the development of the World Wide Web, the rise of personal computers, and the dot-com boom, it quickly morphed into something no one could have imagined. And what about the smartphone? It wasn't a linear evolution from the cell phone, it was a convergence of different technologies, mobile phones, the internet, GPS, touchscreens, all coming together in a perfect storm of innovation. These weren't predictable outcomes, they were chaotic leaps forward, fueled by the unpredictable nature of technological advancement. So what does this mean for us? Does it mean we should just throw up our hands and give up on trying to understand or influence the future of technology? Absolutely not. But it does mean we need to change our approach. Instead of clinging to the illusion of control, we need to embrace the unknown. We need to be comfortable with uncertainty, with the idea that the future of technology is not fixed but fluid, dynamic, and constantly evolving. This means being adaptable, being open to new ideas, and being willing to pivot when unexpected opportunities arise. It means fostering an environment where innovation can flourish, where failure is seen as a learning opportunity, and where the next big thing can come from anyone, anywhere. Now, this doesn't mean that we're powerless in the face of chaos. While we can't predict the future with certainty, we can learn to navigate it, to steer the chaos in a direction that benefits humanity. Think of it like sailing a ship in rough seas. You can't control the waves, but you can adjust your sails, read the currents, and find a course that will get you where you need to go. By understanding the principles of chaos theory, we can start to see the patterns in the seemingly random, identify the key factors that drive innovation, and make informed decisions about where to invest our time, energy, and resources. We can use our knowledge of chaos to foster collaboration, to encourage experimentation, and to create the conditions for serendipitous discoveries. We can't control the butterfly effect, but we can create an environment where those butterflies are free to fly and where their wings might spark the next technological revolution. Let's face it, some of the coolest things in tech were never part of the plan. They came from left field, born from happy accidents, or just plain old tinkering outside the box. And you know what? That's chaos theory in action. Take the Post-it note, for example. That oh-so-useful invention was a result of a scientist trying to create a super-strong adhesive, but ending up with something that was, well, not so strong. But instead of tossing it out, they embraced the mistake and boom, the Post-it note was born. Or how about the microwave oven? It wasn't the result of some grand scheme to revolutionize cooking. Nope, it was discovered by accident when a scientist working on radar technology noticed a candy bar melting in his pocket. Talk about a eureka moment. These weren't carefully calculated inventions. They were the result of chance encounters, unexpected observations, and that beautiful chaos that drives innovation in the most unexpected ways. We've all been there, staring at a computer screen, battling a frustrating bug, wondering why technology seems to hate us. But what if I told you that some of the biggest breakthroughs in tech started as glitches, as errors in the code? It's true. Sometimes those pesky bugs can expose flaws in our thinking, force us to find creative workarounds, and lead to solutions we never would have considered otherwise. Take the story of the first computer bug, a moth that got stuck in a relay of the Harvard Mark II computer in 1947. This seemingly trivial incident not only gave us the term bug in a tech context, but also highlighted the importance of meticulous debugging and error checking in software development. And it's not just about fixing bugs. Sometimes, embracing them can lead to entirely new innovations. Think about the world of video games. Many classic games were born from glitches that developers decided to keep because they added an unexpected and enjoyable element to the gameplay. Speaking of unexpected innovations, let's talk about open source software. This is where chaos theory really shines, where the collective intelligence of countless individuals comes together to create something amazing. Open source software is all about collaboration, about sharing code and ideas freely, and letting anyone contribute to the development process. It's a chaotic environment with people from all over the world with different skill sets and perspectives, adding their own unique pieces to the puzzle. And you know what? It works. Some of the most successful software projects in history, Linux, WordPress, Android, are open source. These projects weren't developed in a controlled, top-down manner. They emerged from the chaotic yet incredibly productive world of open collaboration. In the open source world, there's no telling where the next big idea will come from. It could be a student in their dorm room, a developer on the other side of the world, or even someone who just stumbled upon the project and saw a way to make it better. One of the most fascinating aspects of chaos theory in tech is the idea of unintended consequences. We create technology for one purpose, but then it takes on a life of its own, evolving and adapting in ways we never could have predicted. Take the mobile phone, for example. It was initially designed for, well, making phone calls. But thanks to a chaotic mix of technological advancements and changing consumer demands, it's morphed into something far more powerful and versatile. It's our camera, our map, our connection to the world all rolled into one, or consider social media. It started as a way to connect with friends and family online, but it's become a platform for social movements, a tool for political activism, and a powerful force in shaping public opinion. These unintended consequences are a reminder that technology is never static. It's constantly evolving, adapting to our needs and desires, often in ways that surprise even its creators. And it's this unpredictability that makes the world of tech so exciting. So, what have we learned from our journey into the chaotic world of tech? Well, for one thing, we've seen that progress isn't always linear, predictable, or under our control, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay, it's amazing. Chaos theory reminds us that the most groundbreaking innovations often come from the most unexpected places, from those serendipitous moments when chance encounters spark brilliance. It teaches us to embrace the unknown, to be adaptable, and to be open to new possibilities. Because in the world of tech, the next massive thing could come from anywhere, and it might not look anything like what we expect. So, the next time you hear about some crazy new gadget or wild tech idea, don't dismiss it as random or far-fetched. Take a moment to appreciate the chaotic forces at play, the unexpected connections that might have led to its creation. Because in the world of tech, chaos isn't just a theory, it's the engine that drives innovation, the spark that ignites progress, and the force that shapes the future. And that, my friends, is something worth celebrating. We're about to dive deep into a real-world example of chaos theory in action. A story that takes us from mailing DVDs to streaming empires, the story of Netflix. Now, looking back, it seems like Netflix's success was inevitable, right? But rewind a couple of decades and the picture gets a whole lot blurrier. Back then, the idea of streaming movies over the internet seemed like something out of Star Trek. Netflix started as a DVD rental service. Remember those? They were up against giants like Blockbuster, and frankly, no one knew if their mail-order model would work. But little did they know they were about to embark on a wild ride through the chaotic world of tech, a journey that would redefine entertainment as we knew it. So, picture this. It's the late 90s, the internet is still finding its feet, and Netflix is sending DVDs in the mail. Seems straightforward, right? But hold on, this is where things get interesting. While mailing out those red envelopes, Netflix was quietly gathering data, tons of it. They tracked what people were watching, when they were watching it, and what they liked or didn't like. This data, this treasure trove of information about viewer habits, would prove to be their secret weapon. They started noticing patterns, trends that traditional media companies hadn't even dreamed of. And they realized that beneath the seemingly random choices people were making, there was a hidden order. A chaotic dance of preferences waiting to be decoded. Now, anyone who scrolled through Netflix knows that figuring out what to watch can feel like navigating a maze. With so much content at our fingertips, making a decision can be overwhelming. And that's where Netflix's secret sauce comes in, their recommendation engine. They realized that to thrive in this chaotic sea of content, they needed a way to cut through the noise and connect people with the shows and movies they'd actually love, even if they didn't know they were looking for them. They dove headfirst into the world of algorithms, using the power of data and chaos theory to understand the seemingly unpredictable nature of taste. They factored in everything from your viewing history and ratings to the time of day you're watching and what devices you're using. What emerged was a recommendation engine unlike anything the world had seen before. It wasn't just about suggesting similar shows. It was about understanding the underlying connections between different genres, actors, directors, and themes. Netflix realized that sometimes the best recommendations are the ones that surprise you, the ones that take you on a journey outside your usual comfort zone. They embraced the chaos, using it to surface hidden gems, connect you with unexpected favorites, and keep you glued to your screen. This data-driven, chaos-fueled approach revolutionized the way we discover and consume entertainment. It paved the way for personalized viewing experiences where algorithms curate content tailored to your unique tastes, making you feel like the platform knows you better than you know yourself. Netflix's story is a testament to the power of embracing chaos, of recognizing that in the unpredictable world of technology, sometimes the greatest successes come from the most unexpected places. By harnessing the principles of chaos theory, they not only transformed their own destiny, but also disrupted an entire industry, forcing traditional media companies to rethink their approach and adapt to a new era of on-demand, personalized entertainment. Netflix's journey is a powerful reminder that in the ever-evolving landscape of tech, those who can ride the waves of chaos, who can find the patterns in the seemingly random, are the ones who will shape the future. So there you have it, folks, a glimpse into the wild world of chaos theory and its impact on the technology that shapes our lives. We've seen how seemingly insignificant events can set off chain reactions that reshape entire industries, how glitches can spark genius, and how the unpredictable nature of human behavior can be harnessed to create personalized experiences we never thought possible. Now, you might be tempted to think that with enough data, with enough processing power, we can eventually conquer chaos, that we can predict the future of technology with absolute certainty. But that, my friends, is where things get really interesting. Chaos theory teaches us that true innovation often lies at the edge of what we can predict, in those unexpected collisions of ideas, those serendipitous moments that defy our attempts to control them. It's about embracing the unknown, accepting that the future of technology isn't a straight line, but a wild, exhilarating ride full of twists and turns. Now, this doesn't mean we should just throw our hands up and surrender to the whims of fate. Quite the opposite. Understanding chaos theory isn't about predicting the future, it's about being prepared for anything. It's about recognizing that the most exciting advancements often come from the most unexpected places, and that the best way to predict the future is to invent it. Just like those early pioneers of the internet couldn't have imagined the world we live in today, we can only begin to fathom the possibilities that lie ahead. Will artificial intelligence surpass human intelligence? Will we colonize other planets? Will we finally crack the code of quantum computing? The answers, my friends, are out there, swirling in the chaotic soup of human ingenuity and technological advancement. But here's the good news. We're not just along for the ride. We're the ones holding the map, constantly redrawing it as we explore uncharted territory. By embracing the principles of chaos theory, we can learn to navigate this ever-changing landscape, to anticipate the unexpected, and to steer the course of innovation in a direction that benefits humanity. So, I leave you with a challenge, fellow time travelers. Don't just observe the chaotic dance of technology from the sidelines. Jump in! Embrace the uncertainty, experiment with new ideas. Be open to the possibility that the next big thing might come from a garage lab, a college dorm room, or even your own imagination. The future of technology isn't written in stone, it's being written right now. In the countless lines of code, the daring experiments, and the wild ideas that are bubbling up all around us, and who knows, maybe, just maybe, you'll be the one to make the next big breakthrough, the one to unleash the next wave of technological chaos upon the world. Because in the world of tech, the only constant is change, and that, my friends, is a beautiful thing. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of chaos theory and its impact on technology. If you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know what you think in the comments below. What other mind-blowing tech topics would you like to explore? Drop a comment and let me know. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep your minds open to the infinite possibilities of the tech universe. Thank you for watching Time Pilgrimage, and as always, please remember to subscribe, like, and comment. If there's a topic that you would like to explore, please drop a comment.